You ready? Let's go. Let's get into the first segment of the day. Oh, wait, hold the phone. Got a Brave ad. Click that shit. All right. Close the tab. Let's go. So, over the course of the last 24 hours, there have been a lot of things going on. I got some tweets here. Let's start with AOC. Yesterday, AOC came out, in favor of, the people that are running amok, and trying to troll a bunch of hedge funds into dissolution. Obviously, hedge funds are too big to fail. Everyone that works at these hedge funds will never go to jail. They will never be held to account. They will never go homeless. They will never starve. They will never be unable to feed their families. So I want you to understand this, and I want you to understand what exactly a hedge fund is. Like, the hedge fund can go bankrupt, and all of the people that work for that hedge fund are individually, independently wealthy of it. So yes, is it a good thing that the hedge funds are maybe losing billions of dollars? Absolutely, it's a good thing, right? It's a great thing, I would even say. However, the people at these hedge funds are independently wealthy, and they need to be held to account. I was going to cover this tweet as a separate segment originally. However, there's been some more stuff that has come out of the last 24 hours or 12, like 2 hours actually, like really just this morning, that made me have to modify this segment a little bit. But AOC says, gotta admit, it's really something to see Wall Streeters with a long history of treating our economy as a casino complain about a message board of posters also treating the market as a casino. And then she follows up with, anyways, tax the rich. And then Rashida Tlaib goes on that and says, girl, sounds like the Wall Streeters hate the players, not the GameStop, LMFAO. Karma is a ... Reminder, she got yelled at the last time. She cursed. But yeah, so Rashida Tlaib and AOC are coming out in favor of the regular people that are trying to tear down the hedge funds. And over the last, literally this morning, Robinhood, the application and also the company that a lot of people get involved with to trade stocks in a very easy to manage fashion without signing up for like brokers and all that crap. Robinhood has decided to engage in market manipulation, which to my understanding is illegal in a lot of ways. What they are doing is they are capitulating to hedge funds. They are making it so that all the new users over the last week and 2 weeks that have been signing up for their platform cannot use their platform. And they are stealing money from the people that use their platform. This is theft, is what this is. This is illegal. This is market manipulation. And this needs to not happen. Again, hedge funds do not have to deal with, Robinhood suspended trading, because it's not like it's not like GameStop or AMC or Bed Bath & Beyond. It's not like they just got pulled off of the New York Stock Exchange or fucking NASDAQ or whatever, right? They are just being pulled from a lot of applications. I think it was, there's another one like TD Ameritrade or whatever, and Robinhood are just pulling the ability for their users to purchase the stock. This is market manipulation, and I'm pretty sure that this is illegal. And if someone wants to send me more info on that, I'd love to know. So I'm going to read this, but I want to first follow this up. This is beyond absurd. This is Rashida Tlaib coming out at 10:03 a.m. This is literally breaking news. This happened 15 minutes ago. Rashida Tlaib responds to this. This is beyond absurd. FSC Dems need to have a hearing on Robinhood's market manipulation. They're blocking the ability to trade to protect Wall Street hedge funds, stealing millions of dollars from their users to protect people who've used the stock market as a casino for decades. So I'm going to scroll down. Oh, I already retweeted that. My bad. All right, so this is Robinhood's statement that prompted Rashida Tlaib to call for official hearings and investigations. Again, this is theft. This is illegal. This is market manipulation. And again, the website is called Robinhood. Like, Robinhood should not be stealing from the poor to give away to the rich. This is bullshit. So let's read. Our mission at Robinhood is to democratize finance for all. Well, it appears that you failed. We're proud to have created a platform that has helped everyday people from all backgrounds shape their financial futures and invest in the long term. Well, you failed, buddy. I'm sorry, but this is a big, whopping failure, and I personally think that the CEO and all the people involved in Robinhood should be sent to jail, marched out in handcuffs. That's what I think. Now, just for the record, I think that everyone at hedge funds should be marched out in handcuffs. I think everyone that's ever really traded at Wall Street should be fucking marched out in handcuffs. These are the real crooks of our society. These are our modern day feudal lords. These are the kings in the castle of the modern day. We continuously monitor the markets and make changes where necessary. what does that mean? We make changes? We're not, like, what? In light of recent volatility, we are restricting transactions for certain securities to position closing only. Meaning, if you want to, if you have your stock on Robinhood, the only option you have is to sell. So if you want to buy stock, you'd have to go to another platform. You'd have to find a broker. You'd have to do all that crap, right? And I'm not sure exactly how, can you pull, does anyone know, someone feel free to let me know in the chat real quick. Can you pull your shares out of Robinhood and transfer them somewhere else? I'm not sure if that's possible. Which means if you do have a bunch of shares on Robinhood, they're stuck there and they've effectively stolen your money. And there's lots of people that are losing hundreds of thousands of dollars from this. Now, again, they might have only put in a couple thousand or a couple hundred like a couple weeks ago, and that went up to like a couple million or 100,000, right? But either way, they should have the freedom in the glorious free market, right? Everyone keeps saying free market, free market, free market. And then as soon as a couple people from 4chan and Reddit decide, hey, maybe I can make a quick buck off of this too, all of a sudden, there's no more such thing as a free market. I know, what? I know that I've been beating into your brain since the age of like 5 about free market economics. I know that we were teaching you about this stuff in 1st and 2nd grade, supply and demand. I know that we've been drilling this free market ideology into your brain since you were a child, but free market? What? I don't even know what you're talking about. No, I don't think so. As far as withdrawing shares in some capacity. Anybody truly curious, you can move your shares without selling them to another brokerage accounts. If you want to go ahead and describe how that's possible for me, I'll read it out in a second here. But I'm going to continue reading this statement from Robinhood. We are restricting transactions for certain securities to position closing only, including AMC, BB, BBBY, EXPR, GME, KOSS, NAKD, and NOK. We have also raised margin requirements for certain securities. Amid significant market volatility, it's important as ever that we help our customers stay informed. That's why we're committing to providing people with educational resources. Now, I do want to say, this is all market manipulation to bully people into selling their stocks so that these hedge funds can buy it at a lower price. These hedge funds do not want to buy GameStop at $450 a share. They do not want to buy GameStop at $500 a share. Now, would they like to buy GameStop at $3 a share? Absolutely. That's not going to happen. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to mitigate their loss. And again, this is what I was saying earlier. These are billionaires, motherfucker. These are billion-dollar fucking conglomerates of crooks that all are breaking the law and should be marched out in handcuffs. All right. So the strategy here is, yeah, they're manipulating the market. Yeah, that's illegal. But also, they don't give a fuck. You want to know why? Because they know no individual will be held accountable. They know that all they're going to have to do is pay a fine or legal fees, or maybe find one guy to go sit in a jail cell for 5 to 10 years and then pay him a fat fucking bonus as soon as they get out, right? This is not a situation like if a normal person were to manipulate the market, which by the way is impossible because a normal person can't have that kind of power, right? But let's say, imagine a scenario where like someone gets, like, let's say, you know, I get super famous, I get like 300 billion fucking Twitter followers, and I start doing market manipulation, right? Now, let's say for whatever reason, if I have 300 billion followers, I'm still as poor as I am today, just for whatever reason, even though that's clearly not the case, right? I wouldn't be able to pay the legal fees. Even if I were relatively wealthy, even if I had a couple $1,000,000 or whatever in my net worth, I still probably wouldn't be able to pay all the fines and legal fees involved in market manipulation, stuff like that. And therefore, that's where hedge funds come in, where they basically just mitigate the risk, and then they just try to buy off and just pay all the fines because that's part of their profit, right? So if they can reduce the stock down a couple $100, and then they'll make back a couple billion in what they would have otherwise lost, they will use that couple billion to pay off the fines, pay off all the legal fees, and they'll be good to go at the end of the day. So that's what you need to understand. They are too big to fail. That's what that term means. Amid significant market volatility, it's important as ever that we help customers stay informed. That's why we're committed to providing people with educational resources. We recently revamped and expanded Robinhood Learn to to help people take advantage of the hundreds of financial resources we offer to educate themselves. What? Now, here's the thing. They don't want you to educate yourself on Reddit or 4chan or in your friend's DM group or on your Discord server. You know, they don't want you to educate yourself by doing independent research on Google. They want to centralize the quote-unquote education so that they can tell you exactly what to think and how to behave so that they can make money off of you. That's what you need to understand, okay? Yes, the stock market is always volatile. Look at 2008. That should have never happened. Then look at literally last year. That should have never happened, right? The stock market is extraordinarily volatile. That's literally what it is. It's the fucking stock market, dude. Like, how dumb do you think we are? You think this is more volatile than 2008? Are you kidding me? Are you dumb? Do you have shit inside of your fucking skull? How dumb do you think we are, right? Seriously. We're committed to helping our customers navigate this uncertainty. We fundamentally believe that everyone should have access to financial markets. Apparently not. Apparently, again, but they don't care. Like, literally, they don't give a fuck. This is something you need to understand if you're an honest person, which I like to pretend to be at least, right? Anyone, at any point, at any time, can lie to you for any reason. So Robinhood, at the same time as it's suspending your ability to participate in the stock market, right? They're telling you, oh, everyone, the markets should be as free as freedom can be. Give me liberty or give me death. Meanwhile, they just suspended your ability to do so. It's the same blog post. This is like, look. Like, we are restricting transactions. We fundamentally believe that everyone should have access. Like, what does that mean? I just don't understand.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
It doesn't make any sense. But again, Rashida Tlaib's going in on that, so that's pretty good. I really would love to see this escalate to a situation where Democrats do try to hold these people accountable. Like, this is a serious fucking, like, you might, like, it's, again, you might be looking at the Reddit memes, the 4chan memes, and you think, oh, this isn't that big of a deal. This wasn't that big of a deal maybe a week ago. Right now, this is a very, very, very big deal. There is coordinated market manipulation between the media. The media is lying about hedge funds and their positions, lying about them having already sold. So they're lying on mainstream television, right? They're lying in all mainstream news outlets. They're having as many brokerage, like for simple people, websites, as many as possible to restrict trading so that normal people can't do this. Again, hedge funds do not have any restrictions. It's not like a hedge fund is using Robinhood. A hedge fund has their own shit set up, okay? So you have to understand, this is a coordinated attack on workers and normal people who are just spending, some of their stimulus checks on some sweet, sweet stonks, right? Seriously, this is a coordinated attack from Wall Street, the billionaires. All of these people are trying to rob you blind, and you have to understand that. And if you do lose money, let me tell you, if you do lose money from this, if it, let's say a week from now, it doesn't pull back, first of all, I just want to say I'm personally going to hold. If you can't afford to hold, don't. But you shouldn't have put any more money than you can afford to lose into the market to begin with. I can afford to hold. I'm going to hold until I make a profit. And if I don't make a profit, fuck you. I'm sinking with the ship, okay? And that's the thing, is like, they are betting on you being scared. Robinhood says you can only sell, buddy. You can only sell. What? I can only sell. They want you to sell because when you sell, they're not going to let you buy back in. That's the strategy. They don't want you to buy back in. They want you to sell and then be unable to do anything about it. So let's say AMC is at $15 and you sell and you wanted to go back and buy it at $12, right? Well, guess what? Nope. No, short-term day trades for you, the average worker. No. Only the rich hedge funds can do short-term day trades. Yeah. So when AMC goes up to $15 and you say, oh, I'm going to sell that because I think it's go back down to 12. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Jump off a cliff or something because we don't give a fuck about you. You need to have billions of dollars before you can make money. Otherwise, they don't give a fuck. So let's see. Let's see how this plays out. This is a very big historical event, and I'm loving it. So, let me read the chat room here. Chicken Seal says, I have 40K in GME on Robinhood. I just want to remind everyone that my PayPal.me is Andrea the doggy, just throwing that out there. It is only allowing me to sell 4K. If I don't get what the fuck is happening, but I can't even transfer that to another platform in any way, it's stuck even if it tanks. Are you kidding? Like, so not only am I getting reports live from the chat room that it's like, you know, not only can you just only sell and not buy, but apparently certain abilities to sell are locked? What? That's fucked up. Big fat trades yesterday at a time when trading was halted on Robinhood. Shows the whales are up to shenanigans. Absolutely. Again, they don't have any trading restrictions. It's only you, the poor worker, who doesn't have access to other forms of brokerage. If you can't buy, the stock price can only drop, which helps hedge funds close their positions. Exactly. Again, they are stealing your money, and they are going to get away with it. They are. You need to understand, this is a class war. Now, I'm not saying you go into the streets or whatever. I mean, there's a pandemic going on. Be safe. What we have to understand is the rich will always be rich. They might sacrifice a couple rich guys, you know, give them some cocaine addictions, give them some heroin addictions, make all their money go away, just to make you think that sometimes rich people face consequences. That doesn't happen. They'll throw maybe one or two guys in jail every couple years, just to make you think that white-collar criminals are held accountable. Oh, Bernie Madoff, blah, blah, blah. They just want you to think that that's the way it goes. There's thousands of these motherfuckers. There's tens of thousands of these motherfuckers. There's hundreds of thousands of these little motherfucking cockroaches that are sipping, like, you know that episode of SpongeBob with the nematodes, right? And how the nematodes literally just, like, consume SpongeBob's house? That's basically what's happening right now. They are the nematodes. We are the ones who are actually providing them with, like, you think hedge funds are like cooking burgers? You think hedge funds are, you know, picking, vegetables from farms? You think hedge fund, like, managers are, like, you know, washing cars? Hell no. Without us, they have no society. They are parasites. They are leeches, and they're going to do whatever they can to retain their position, even if it involves breaking the law, because it doesn't matter. If they break the law, they're rich enough to pay off all the fines, all the legal fees, and maybe if someone goes to jail, maybe that guy, if when they get out of jail, don't worry, they're good. So if someone is like, I'll take the bullet, I'll bite the bullet, I'll go to jail for 15 years, and then when I come out, I'll have anything I'd ever dream of because they got my back. Because over the next 15 years, they're not going to be held accountable. Everyone's going to forget. Just like in 2008, when everyone just magically forgot. Remember? There's half the country, or, you know, quarter of the country that's like, Trump is so good for the economy. These people are fucking delusional. They've got amnesia, and they just don't give a fuck about you. And so let's see if Rashida Tlaib actually can do anything, or other members of Congress can do anything. This is definitely, again, this is probably the biggest story that's happened in, I don't know, a couple weeks. I was like, what's the last big story? Right, January 6th. Wait, what date is it? Oh, yeah, that was just a couple weeks ago. But, you know, whatever. A lot's happened in the last couple weeks. But again, this is the next big saga. And Jesus Christ. Let's see how this goes.